Ever since 2011, parks have been asking Rocky Mountain Construction to give their old or rough wooden coasters the Iron Horse treatment, turning a dead attraction into the best ride in the park. These conversions are not very expensive compared to buying a major ground-up coaster, which is why they've been so popular in the Six Flags chain. The cost makes these conversions a contender for just about any park, so here are 10 coasters that I have ridden or parks I have been to that need the RMC makeover. Number 10. American Eagle at Six Flags Great America. I know a lot of people like this ride, but I thought it was more rough than it was enjoyable. It ranks lower on this list because this ride is still pretty popular, and the park already has an RMC Woody. But there are a lot of rumors out there saying that this plan is still in the works, and it was Great America's original plan to RMC American Eagle before RMC offered to build Goliath. A hybrid could be different enough to justify the conversion, especially if they choose to make it a Mobius Loop dueling coaster like Twisted Colossus. And the park already has a great Woody with Viper, so they could stand to RMC American Eagle. Number 9. Roar at Six Flags America. This is honestly one of the worst coasters I've ridden. It gave me a pretty nasty headache, and the ride has very few redeeming factors. Plus, Six Flags America could certainly use an RMC in their weak lineup. They also have Wild One, so the park wouldn't be without a Woody, and Six Flags already decided to RMC Discovery Kingdom's Roar, so this is a possibility.
I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now.
Number 8. Hurler at Carowinds. This isn't really a rough ride, but it's just kind of lame. And that's really the two buckets that the coasters on this list will fall into. Either unbearably rough or not very exciting. This Woody just kind of wandered around without offering any forces. King's Dominion RMC'd their Hurler, and it's incredible. And Carowinds could definitely use some more depth in their park. Copperhead Strike is doing a lot for their depth, but in the future an RMC Hurler would make Carowinds much better. The park has been rumored to get a GCI for a while, and that could fill the void of a wooden coaster in the future. Number 7. Legend at Holiday World. This may be the most controversial coaster on the list because a lot of people rank this Woody really high, but I personally have never liked this layout, and in recent years it's gotten really rough. I rode it right after the retrack in 2016, and it was still bad, and in 2018 there were a couple spots where it jackhammered me. With Voyage and Raven still providing solid rides, RMC Legend would provide something different in the park. Number 6. Grizzly at California's Great America. This is a lot like Hurler. Not rough, but not exciting at all. With an RMC Grizzly, Great America can join Fiesta Texas with a hybrid and a Raptor. The park also has an excellent wooden coaster in Gold Striker, so I think this makes a lot of sense and would give the park a great top 4 or 5 if they end up getting a B&M Hyper. Number 5. Wildcat at Lake Compounce. Now this was closed when I went, but I've heard enough terrible things about it to assume that nobody would be upset if this was given the Iron Horse treatment. Lake Compounce is a small park, and it would be a great candidate for a hybrid. They already have a very good Woody in Boulder Dash, and it would draw so many more people into the park, so it seems like a no-brainer to me. Number 4. Wildcat at Hershey Park. This is the original GCI, and it's just not good. It's pretty rough, it's not exciting, and Hershey Park could definitely use an RMC in their lineup. I don't love Lightning Racer, but I know a lot of people still do, so they could certainly afford to keep those racing Woodies around and turn Wildcat into a hybrid. Number 3. The wooden coasters at Canada's Wonderland. Now I know I'm cheating by naming 2 coasters in this spot, but Wild Beast and Mighty Canadian Mindbuster are both pretty bad. And I wouldn't expect both of these coasters to be RMC'd, but one of them definitely needs it. Both of them are awful, so they can RMC one and turn the other into firewood as far as I'm concerned. They both have similar layouts, so it doesn't really matter which one they choose. Canada's Wonderland could also use more depth in their lineup. They have 17 coasters, and I would say 4 are good, 4 are okay, and the rest are pretty bad. Number 2. The Boss at Six Flags St. Louis. This ride is an absolute monster, and there's still a lot of people that like it in its present form. I thought the layout was unique, but it didn't really provide any forces other than speed, and it gave me a headache on both of my rides. This is one of 3 Woodies at the park, one of them being the excellent GCI American Thunder, and this park could really use a great standout coaster. The structure would make for an amazing RMC, and I think they should go for it.
Do it!
Number 1. Predator at Six Flags Darien Lake. This coaster is absolutely terrible. It's violently rough, and it isn't even really rideable anymore. It has a pretty good layout for the RMC treatment, and now that Six Flags is back in charge, transforming Predator would be a great thing to do for the poor people in the Buffalo area as soon as they possibly can. RMC Predator would complete a great top 3 for Darien Lake, alongside Rite of Steel and Tantrum. So that's my list. These are only coasters from parks that I visited, so if you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments below. There are also a lot of people who claim that all the good RMC candidates in North America have already been RMC'd, but as you can see, I disagree. Don't forget to leave this video a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel for more content like this, and I'll see you guys all next time.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it!